Yo, welcome to Music is a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean, and Music is a Day Job is brought to you by the Concert app. The Concert app is an artist accelerator app that takes artists from opener to headliner to on tour and gives the fan the best experience in independent live music. Now, today I was asked, what's the best advice to give yourself as a musician or to get? What's the best advice? And I'm going to tell you the best advice is to be yourself. That is the number one thing you could ever take, is to be yourself. Do not listen to anything else. And this is what I'm gonna tell you, and this is why I'm gonna break this down to you so it can make sense to you. Because a lot of these people that are in the music industry, they'll tell you tons of advice. Oh, you should do this and you should do that and da. If 30 million artists are in the United States and less than 1% of them make over $40,000 a year, then the advice they are giving you works for less than 1% of the people that are trying to be musicians. Now just think of it that way. Because see, the thing is the way people think is they go like, oh, well, I'm talking to this dude and he had a hot track and he jumped on the track and did this with this person and he can help this person and all that. Because I've been sold everything in the world. I've been sold everything. Yeah, if you talk to this person and then he gets you on the radio and then that's how you gonna pop. And hey, I'm gonna give you the truth of this. The truth of this is to be yourself. Figure out your path and what you need to do. Now, the only thing, even with my advice, the only advice I can really give you is that are logical facts. And here goes the facts of it. The majority of artists make the majority of their money off of shows unless they do something outside of music. Period. Because the label's taking the money from the streams. And then, of course, like if you do have good in streams, a lot of times you need a tour because then at that point you'll make more money off the tours. So that's why I built something for shows. So fact, shows is the number one way for you to make money. Point blank, especially as an independent artist. Fact number 2 of my advice or what I give you. Here goes the only thing I'm saying to you. Lower your expenses, use Concert. Lower your expenses. The formula helps it make sense for you. So then that's why that's the only advice I give you, is because, hey, if I'm an artist and I can lower my expenses and my expenses are just, hey, I need to sell so many tickets and then after that I start making money, then me not selling the tickets, I don't lose money. Me selling the tickets, I gain money. So then, and that's fact. So then inside that idea, I'm saying lower your risk as an artist. Fact. Figure out how you can make money in this business. Shows. Fact. Now, when you talk to a lot of these other people and they sell you the dreams, what they sell you is this like, hey, jump on the track with this dude over here. He got a popping song. That's what'll get you popping. That didn't mean anything. There's no actual proof of that data that if you jump on a song with the top artist that you are going to pop. There's tons of people on tons of people's songs that have never seen the light of day. So this is all a lie. So then when I say be yourself because a lot of these people, they'll change even like who your identity is with the music. And they go like, hey, well, if you did more like this artist, you could be successful. And that's no proof of that either. That just means that that artist and this sound sounds like appealing to people, but that doesn't mean your sound didn't sound appealing to people. Maybe your sound just didn't have the mass push that the other sound has. Maybe your sound didn't get to the right people. Maybe your sound didn't have any organic pull at first because you went straight to the label. None of this is factual here. You see what I'm saying? So I tell you, be yourself. Be yourself, build your plan, and do what you do. And that's how you can figure out if you can be successful. Now, yes, of course, there's some people that'll mimic the game all the way and make it to a decent area, but we see them fall off. They might have made some good money. Look at some of these artists that you see. Some of these artists that had hit songs. I'm not gonna say no names, but some artists had some huge songs, and you're finding out now that they don't have no money. They made it. They went to jail because of it and all this stuff. And it's just like, yo, like you followed what they wanted you to follow. You weren't yourself, and you ended up in a sticky situation. Be yourself. do what you need to do to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do with being you. Don't go out your way to do all the extra. And speaking of that, like, because I hate to talk on these topics because, I hate to sound like I'm either hating on a situation or I'm talking for things to trend or clickbait, because I don't want to say this in the headline or anything, because then people be like, oh, this is what Sean thinks. No, but you see, when you're seeing a lot in the news now where people have forced people to be different ways, and it's catching up to them. So when I say that about labels and execs and all this stuff, movie execs, label execs, it's happening all over. And inside of this understanding, that's why I say be yourself. Don't change for them. Take your own advice. Build your plan. Figure it out. As I said, when I use concert, I'm not saying I have all the answers. What I'm saying to you is, hey, this is a tool. Use this tool to help you. If you don't want to, cool. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, hey, here goes a tool that exists. If that's the route you're running, logically, I lower my expenses, figure out a way to just work finding fans, and then capitalize. So, as I said, that's the best advice that I can give you out of any advice, because I've heard a lot of advice from tons of different people that'll change everything. That's just like, hey, you should do this. Like, we had points where they tried to tell us, like, people should be on like, my partner used to kind of like to he used to drink a little bit, and they want him to do more. They want him to be out more, because the whole persona thing and everything like that, because they knew how he was. They knew he turns up, and they knew that. You know what I'm saying? So then it's kind of like, make him seem like this dude, like exaggerate the idea of it, like exaggerate it fully. And then if you live that exaggerated life, like I think I told people on here, I think I talked about it when I talked about the Selling Your Soul podcast piece. What they do is, it's not really selling your soul, it's you falling for your addictions, basically. So if you do drugs or something of that nature, now you get them all for free. Let me put you around everybody that does the exact same things, and will keep you in that zone, because that's what creates the most music, and that's what creates your form of music, and then that's what also is what people watch. And the bad thing about that is that, if you ever notice, the things people consume sometimes are some of the things that, like, they watch, like things like people getting beat up online, and the sex scenes and the drug scenes, and watching the rise and downfall of people. And if you don't think that's the sell, that's what'll happen to you. That's the sell. Now, see, if you control your sell and you go like, this is what I've been through, and it's organic, and people can see that, they're going to respect it too. That's the same sell, because you're just going to show that life, but then you don't have to live that life no more. You can live the life you're trying to lead, and be, you know what I'm saying, and try to change your life, and get into a world where you can build this career of doing what you love and change your life, versus still being stuck in that pattern of your life and being put in those situations with that addiction, so then you can live it at a bigger pace, so then it can get more crazy for you. You can now live in doing what you do, and people can love you for that, because they still get to see that up and down piece that happened. And if you're still struggling with it, you're looking for people to help you, not put you in a space where you do it more. But hey, be yourself. That's the main thing I always say with this advice, is be yourself. That's the best advice I can ever give any artist. Be yourself. For real. Because I can't tell you what your journey is. As I told you, what I'm presenting to you is a tool. And I'm saying, hey, if you want this tool, you should use it. Because this can help you figure out a quicker way to make music a day job. That's what I'm saying. I'll never, like, because I really even I don't even really critique people's music unless they send it to me and say, hey, can you tell me something you would do? Or how you would change it? Otherwise, I can't really tell you anything because I don't know, like, who am I to say your fan base doesn't like it? Who am I to say who your fan base is? I'm telling you, hey, look at all these people and see who your fan base is. It could be totally different than mine. And see, more than likely, if you were to ask a person like me, they're gonna tell you how to get their fan base. Like, hey, you should do this. No, only thing I'll tell you is you should do shows because that's what makes money, and that's fact. That's not advice. That's truth. But with everything else, if you ask me, hey, what would you do on this track? Like, I'll tell you what I would do. Doesn't mean it works. I can't. There's no fact to that. There's just, hey, this is what I might do. But then, hey, you might do something different. Be you. Do you. If you want advice from someone and you want to ask, like, yeah, as I said, if you want to ask me what I do because you like how I do something or something like that, then that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And then do it like I would do it. Cool. If you like it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, be yourself. Be yourself. Once again, this Music is Day Job. I'm your host, Sean, and this is brought to you by the Concert app. And as I tell you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe so everyone can learn how to turn music into a day job. Now, once again, the Concert app is in different states: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada. It's about to be Texas, New Mexico, California, and Michigan. If you're in one of those states, start getting on the app because you're going to start either seeing, you will start seeing shows. A lot of y'all will start seeing shows. So y'all need to get on the shows. So y'all can start moving. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, get on to, you'll start seeing the conferences. And so I'll be out there at some point more than likely. And then we can meet, whatever, and then chop it up, start getting this popping. If you're not in those areas, I will get to your area at some point. But if we're trying to speed it up and you're like, yo, you need to get out here like right now, get people in your area on the app. When I see the demand, that makes it easier for me to go out there and start setting things up. If you know any venues, and this is everyone, if you know any venues, connect me with them, and then it makes it easier for us to throw the shows. So that's what it is with the Concert app. This is Music is a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean. Y'all have a nice day.